What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're going to take a look at how can we unlock Nova at 4 stars. We're going to go through a run of the Nova trials and see how you can get somewhat easily the points required to unlock Nova at 4 stars. We're going to take a look also at the best Scourge for you to do this. They're gonna be like minimal Scourges, and if you don't want to worry too much about this event, this is the best run for you to follow. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button. Okay, let's take a look into the Scourges that we'll be using on these Scourge for the Nova at 1.3 million points. This is the requirement for you to get all the milestones, and it's going to guarantee you 4-star Nova. On top of that, you also get a bunch of gear tier 17 and even gear tier 18 for you to get up your bio characters with. And in my opinion, Nova is one of the characters that you require for Dark Dimension 6, one of the best options, so I would definitely recommend you to get up Nova as one of your first options. Okay, so with that said, we're going to use just a few Scourges or packs. Right now I think it's called pack. So the one we are going to use is the most important one, is going to be the Power Cosmic. So all the Cosmic Crucible abilities of the characters, whether it is your characters or whether it is the enemy characters, are going to be active. So even that we are not in Cosmic Crucible, those abilities are going to be active. Then I took Supernova. At the start of striker characters, gained barrier equal to 5% of their max health, and striker characters also gain ability energy whenever an enemy dies. So this is going to be extremely important because you can change the ISO weight of your characters, and that is going to make your characters a lot more stronger. So for example, you can change Titania. If you ever as a skirmisher, you can change Moonstone to striker, and this will guarantee that your Moonstone will be able to apply stuns and turning winds and trauma to the enemy. So this is a very powerful ability. Beyond that, I use the biocharge. This will allow your bio characters to spawn with full speed bar and ability bars. So ability bars means the abilities will be with full energy, and right now it seems that this pack is bugged and that it actually triggers multiple times. Okay, so this is going to be on difficulty 8. And in the near future, we are going to have additional videos where I'll be doing this. Instead of 1 million run, we're going to try to do 2 million or 3 million, depending on how much we can progress. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel. And as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content. And make sure you smash that like button. Okay, let's get started. Let's take a look on how exactly I beat these nodes and which teams I use for each of the nodes. Okay, let's get started. Here we are on the run, and once again we are using exactly the same Scourges. And for the first node, I'm going to use Wakanda. I think Wakanda is one of the best teams to use on the first node. It has no restrictions, but Wakanda is a team that has some Cosmic Crucible buffs. They are very consistent because they have defense up, offense ups, healing, they have counters, they have mass damage. They don't have a lot of control, but they kill the enemies so fast that it's not going to be a problem. On top of that, there is also enemy Hela, and you can use that Hela to increase the speed of your Black Panther and make this node a breeze. So in my opinion, this is going to be the best team to use on the first node. Okay, so as you can see, we are just running through the enemies. Now we have the second wave of enemies with Hela, and the character that you want to focus early on is Nico Minoru and Silver Surfer. Silver Surfers, they are very annoying everywhere you find them, and especially if they have cosmic allies. So keep that in mind because he's going to get additional focus resistance and so on. Okay, so now we have additional Nico Minorus. We have Scarlet Witch. We're going to get rid of all of them, and we are going to use as much as possible Black Panther with these passive abilities and with these increased damage of the combinations with Okoye and the additional buffs. Okay, we have Mr. Negative left, and that's pretty much it. So as you can see, the first node is extremely easy with Wakanda. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the second node, and on the second node we have to use Masters of Evil with Quicksilver. In this specific node, in my opinion, you should remove Ultron and use Quicksilver. And like this, you are not going to be countered by the enemy Black Bolt and also Kestrel. So of course it doesn't make sense to bring a summoner like Ultron to a match where you have Black Bolt and also Kestrel. So we're going to focus on removing the positive effects from the echoes, so they don't do as much damage to you as they usually do. And then we are going to apply Disrupt to Kate Bishop, so she doesn't gain evades, and she also doesn't gain any buffs, let's be honest. After that, you just want to destroy Echo Kate Bishop, wherever is available, wherever has vulnerabilities. You want to focus on them and get rid of them as fast as possible. So you can see that Kate Bishop with offense up, we're going to remove it, we're going to keep that disrupted, and we're going to destroy the other Echo to stop the retaliation attacks. Okay, so now that we have Black Bolt and Kestrel, we are going to apply defense down. You can try to stun Black Bolt if you want, it doesn't really matter. And you can see that that Scourge with the additional turn bar on bio characters is bugged, and this is why we have so many turns with Moonstone and also with Titania. They just keep having turns and turns, and this is on purpose, or I guess, I don't know. It seems like it's working this way. Okay, so on the second wave, you want to stun one of the crystals and you want to focus on the other one, so you don't have to waste time beating the Inhumans multiple times, otherwise they are going to keep healing up with the passive of both the crystals. Then with your Quicksilver, you want to use his basic on Nick Fury, just to make sure that he doesn't have the offense, he doesn't have the speed up, and to make sure that you also apply Disrupt to him, so he's not able to spread buffs to anyone else. Beyond that, you just basic, and that's pretty much it for the second node. Okay, so for the third node, we are going to do something a little bit unconventional. We are going to use the Web Warriors with the Symbiote Spider-Man to give additional health to them, plus additional healing. So yeah, we're going to use Symbiotes and Web Warriors to beat this node number 3. And I think this is going to be great if you are a veteran player. If in the past you gear up these characters, this is going to be another opportunity to gear them up. The investment I have on them, it's around level 80 or level 85. Maybe the Web Warriors, they are already at level 90, but you don't need to go anywhere beyond that. You just want to save your city characters for the second node, which is a lot harder. So you're gonna get a huge value out of using your Symbiotes, Web Warriors, Spider-Verse characters in this specific node. Okay, so thanks to the buffs to the bio characters, and because the Web Warriors, they're all bio characters, we're gonna be able to do special ultimates multiple times, as you can see. And of course, you want to abuse as much as possible the stun of Symbiote Spider-Man and OG Spider-Man. With Ghost Spider, you can also spread some of the negative effects around it. Just make sure that you spread the Disrupt, defense down, and slow. The slow is always very important because the Web Warriors and the Symbiote Spider-Man, they don't get a lot of buffs outside of raids. But as you can see, it's working well so far. We're going to remove those positive effects from Dr. Voodoo. The characters that you really want to focus on is Disrupt on Nakia. That's pretty much it. Stun Nakia, Disrupt Nakia, kill Nakia, do whatever to Nakia. Make sure she doesn't disrupt your own team, otherwise you will not get the evades, and that will decrease your survivability. Beyond that, and once again thanks to Symbiote Spider-Man, you're going to have enough HP in order for your Web Warriors to be resilient enough to deal with these enemies on node number 3. Okay, let's take a look at node number 4, I think, Global Bio. And we are going to use simple team. We are going to use Gamma with Captain America. That's pretty much it. I have suggested a team a little bit different, which had Titania and Moonstone. And yes, you can do that, but it's completely unnecessary. With just Captain America and Gamma, you are going to be just fine. You can sandwich your Red Hulk between Captain America and OG Hulk, and that's pretty much it. Now, in terms of priority characters, you want to destroy Emma Frost as fast as possible. The two Titanias are quite annoying as well, so they are going to be the second target. So focus on the Titania of the right side and then focus on the Titania of the left side. And in the meantime, there is not much that you have to worry about. There is Deadpool, that she gives energy to Mystic allies because once again the Cosmic Crucible buffs are active, but it's not a big deal. And you can see that you can save your special with Brawn to copy all the positive effects from the Titanias, as they have many of them. It's not super important. As you can see, this is pretty much easy. I'm using the Healer Isolate on Brawn and also on Hulk, just to make sure that the team has enough sustain. When this Absorbing Man shows up, you want to stun the long shot so he doesn't give stun meter to everyone else. And then you want to destroy the Moonstone. So you can see right there, long shot stun, Moonstone destroyed, and like this, you pretty much win. It's super easy. You can see that she still has a lot of survivability, but because the Gamma is so thick, and because you are using both Brawn and Abomination, then we have that additional 60% health, which is extremely important here. On top of that, Captain America also gives 30% additional health to the OG Hulk, so he's going to be even beefier than normal, and this is why the Healer Isolate on him is so impactful, because of all that additional health. In this specific case, he has like 80% additional health, which is huge. I'm using my Red Hulk as a skirmisher, and as you can see, he keeps flipping positive effects on Absorbing Man, and in my opinion, that's the best way of dealing with this. Okay, now we're going to take a look at node number 5, where we're going to use cosmic characters. And we can use the team that I recommended or a little bit different, it's up to you. But this is the best node where you can use Eternals. And you always have to keep in mind that you need to use Dormammu. Without Dormammu, this might be super difficult if you are trying to get a lot of points. Because as you'll see, the damage of the enemies is crazy because of all the bio characters throwing tons and tons of stuff at you. So you can see that they attack plenty. Then you want to tag on that Scream, the Symbiote Scream. You want to tag a little bit on her with Kang. So after, when you use the ultimate of Icarus, you can double tap. When the Red Hulk drops, you want to focus on him and pay attention to Omega Red. So those are the two priority targets, Red Hulk and Omega Red. Red Hulk, you really should not sleep on him. As soon as you can, just destroy him. Stun him, do damage to him, try to get rid of him as fast as possible. And then with Kang, as you can see, I'm using Kang all the time, but I'm just using the basic because beyond that, you are going to cause way too many problems for you in the nodes where you need the Kang and the Masters of Evil. So there we go, this cosmic node, super easy with Eternals, Kang, Dormammu, and Deadpool. Okay, now we're going to take a look at node number 6, I think. Yeah, node number 6. We don't have any Black Bolts, we don't have any Castles, so this time we can use Ultron. So we're going to use full Masters of Evil, and we're going to do this node number 6. Okay, so as always, you want to make sure that you apply disrupts and ability blocks to characters that matter with Titania and with Moonstone, because they are bio and because they'll go before everyone else. You can see that you want to remove positive effects from the enemies as often as possible with Titania, so she gets additional turn meter. And as soon as you can, you want to stun both Gambits. So you're going to use the special and the ultimate to stun both of them, and this will allow you to stay safe with your Moonstone. So as you can see, she was taking a lot of damage in the face, but as soon as you remove both Gambits, you have no more problems to worry about. Okay, so Titania with a slap, Kang with a slap. So we're gonna focus on that Gambit, and then we are pretty much good to go. I'm gonna use the special of Kang for the offense up. It doesn't really matter because we're going to get offense up with the Ultron bots, but it's just a better way to go about it. Now, sometimes Moonstone goes first, other times Titania goes first. You might have to reset a few times if you want to play it like super easy. Make sure you reset the nodes a few times for your Moonstone to go before Titania. Beyond that, when the second wave of characters drops, you want to stun Beast, and you want to apply defense down to Emma Frost. You don't want her slowing your team, and you just smash the enemies. As you can see, I'm just using basics with Absorbing Man, because that removes positive effects from the enemies and also gives the flex to Absorbing Man. and those deflects are going to heal him up. So this is the best way of keeping your Absorbing Man very healthy. Okay, as soon as Dazzler shows up, you want to ability block her so she doesn't flips positive effects on anyone, and with the Ultron bots you want to turn rewind whichever character you need. Keep your eyes open for Jubilee, because otherwise she can kill the Ultron bots, and that's pretty much GG for you, because all the other characters are going to get tons and tons of turn meter. Okay, so we're gonna stun with Trauma Rogue using the special of Moonstone, which is extremely important. Then you're gonna use the basic of Kang to remove Rogue from the field, and now we have 3 enemies left. So we're gonna focus on Dazzler, we're gonna focus on Phantom X, and Phoenix you can pretty much ignore her. She's not super fast and she doesn't cause any problems to us, so make sure you focus on Dazzler, make sure you focus on the other guy, and then the Phoenix. As you can see, she pretty much died with a random attack, so that's it. Okay, that's all for node number 6 with the Masters of Evil plus Ultron. Okay, so now you're going to take a look at node number 7, and for node number 7 we are going to use New Warriors plus probably Shang-Chi. Let's take a look. Okay, so I'm going to use Shang-Chi. So instead of Web Warriors plus Symbiote Spider-Man, we're going to use New Warriors. Okay, so for this specific match, it's going to be important that you have your cloak as a striker, because the turn rewind is extremely important. Turn rewind is extremely important. There is a very powerful Morgan Le Fay in this node, and if you don't stop her, and this is going to be with turn rewinds or some other abilities, then you're going to have a lot of problems. Okay, so we do the special with Gwenpool, then we do the ultimate with Firestar, and we're gonna smash with Shang-Chi on all those defense downs. And now with Cloak, you want to focus on Agatha. You want to make sure that you delete Agatha as fast as possible, and that's pretty much it. If your team is like big enough, you're gonna destroy these characters, no problem. If it's not the case, then you want to bring your New Warriors anyway, but you can bring, for example, Spider-Woman if you don't have Gwenpool, or you can use Symbiote Spider-Man for the stun. Just make sure that you save the stun for last. Okay, then get rid of that Silver Surfer, get rid of the Morgan Le Fay, and once again the Cloak's Isolate, if you use him as a striker, is going to turn rewind the enemies more often. Okay, let's take a look at the last Bio-Global node. Once again, we are going to use Gamma with Captain America. Pretty easy if you use, once again, Red Hulk sandwiched between OG Hulk and Captain America. Is going to get his charges up all the time. It's super fast. You just have to pay attention to a small detail. So we're gonna face 2 Bronze, we're gonna face 1 She-Hulk, and we're gonna face 1 OG Hulk. As soon as you can, you want to delete the She-Hulk, but you also want to delete the OG Hulk. This is because if OG Hulk is on the field and the enemy Red Hulk shows up, the enemy Red Hulk is going to get immunity and safeguard. And if you allow that to happen, you are going to have a lot of problems. So you want to avoid that as much as possible. Okay, I destroyed those nebulas and File of Hell and so on. It's not super important, but the Bronze, they have the ultimates ready, they have the special ready, so they're going to copy all kinds of positive effects from your team. You want to make sure that you apply Disrupt to Brawn, and that's going to save a lot of problems. Or that's going to save a lot of headache, or I don't know. It's too late, it's like 3 AM while I'm doing this video. Okay, so we destroyed the OG Hulk. Now you're going to destroy both Bronze, and after Bronze you can worry about the Red Hulk. Red Hulk, you should pretty much ignore him. Once again, you have to destroy the She-Hulk, you have destroyed the OG Hulk, and after you can worry about the other characters. One character that is a little bit problematic as well is Abomination. You don't want him applying stuns to your team. It's not usually a big deal because you should have immunity thanks to Captain America and also thanks to Brawn, but at the same time, just play it safe. Okay, with Adam Warlock, he has Revive once, so you're gonna destroy that with the Red Hulk special. And you can see that I'm avoiding the enemy Red Hulk. Now I have my ultimate ready, I'm going to apply vulnerability to him, and that's pretty much it. So here, pay attention. If you have a Disrupt, you cannot copy those positive effects from the enemy, so make sure you are paying attention to that. and use the basic of OG Hulk and the basic of Red Hulk as often as you feel necessary. In this case specifically, you can use it to remove those death proofs, and it is extremely important for you to skip this as fast as possible. Okay, we're gonna take a look at the last cosmic node, and I'm not sure exactly which team I'm gonna use. Probably pretty much the same team. This was on my second run. On the first run I tried a few things, it was not super relevant, so we're gonna use now pretty much the same team. And here you have to play it a little bit different, so you're gonna smash on that what's his name, Archangel. You want to apply as much damage as to Archangel as possible. If you can apply Disrupt to him, that would be great. And then you can see Icarish pretty much cleans the house. On the second wave we have the Dark Beast. You want to destroy him, you want to apply stun to him so he doesn't revive Archangel. Once again, ultimate Dormammu. This is because we have the Cosmic Crucible abilities of Deadpool, otherwise we would not be able to do this. And that's pretty much it. So this is super easy if you use this team and if you activate those skills that allow you to use the Cosmic Crucible abilities of your characters. Adam Warlock last, let's be honest, get destroyed, and that's it. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the last node, node number 10, and this one is a little bit tricky, and I'm being modest about it. It's quite complicated. If you are not using the right team, you might struggle a little bit here. Okay, so we're going to use the Masters of Evil and Quicksilver instead of Absorbing Man. So as you can see, depending on which node you are playing, you want to remove or Ultron or Absorbing Man. Okay, so in this specific node, once again, we want to stop the Archangel from doing funny stuff. And we also have a Dazzler there in the corner, which we also want to stun, because there will be, I think there will be a Rogue and a Gambit. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. Okay, so stun to Dazzler, ability block to Dazzler, whatever you feel is necessary, or you can just kill her. That's also an option. Okay, in terms of the Psylocks, you can use them to stack up positive effects on Titania. As you can see, like Titania is completely stacked, and that's gonna make Titania super strong. On the second wave, you want, of course, you want to stop the enemy Gambit, and you also want to stop the enemy Rogue. So ability block to Rogue, because you have the Cosmic Crucible abilities, this ability block is going to be 2 turns. Then with Titania, you want to copy the positive effects from Sunfire. And once again, we are going to apply ability block to Dazzler. And now we are going to try to turn rewind and stun the Gambit. He keeps attacking Moonstone. Now he does his ultimate, and for some reason he also flipped positive effects. I didn't know that Gambit had that ability. Maybe this is a Cosmic Crucible only ability, but yeah, it was quite devastating. So as soon as you can, you want to also apply ability block to Gambit or stun. Maybe it's more important to stop Gambit than it is to stop Dazzler. Okay, either way, after you stun a Gambit, you really want to destroy that Agatha. And if you can, at the same time, you want to destroy also Rogue, because there will be multiple horsemen on the field, and as you guys know, they are going to buff each other, more HP, more resistance, more whatever, and that's not great. So make sure you abuse of the Moonstone special. Once again, it applies trauma, it applies stun, it applies defense down, is great. Now we have a second Agatha, we're gonna try to destroy her as well. The Brawn, as always, you want to apply Disrupt and ability block to Brawn, because otherwise he's going to apply immunity, and you don't want that, of course, you don't want that. Turn rewind with Moonstone, and now we keep applying Disrupts to the enemy team with our Quicksilver. Then Kang cleans the house with his special, and now is the problem. This is a big problem. We have Apocalypse, and this is a big boy Apocalypse, so he's gonna start with his ultimate ready. Okay, so we're going to apply Disrupt and ability block to Red Hulk. We don't want him to do his ultimate for sure. Keep in mind that Red Hulk gains more charges when he's together with Apocalypse. Strange Supreme, if he doesn't have a lot of buffs, you don't have to worry about that. And you want to save the Kang ultimate for this last part of the match, just to make sure that you can do some big damage to Apocalypse. Quicksilver is going to turn rewind Apocalypse, is going to apply Disrupt to Apocalypse, and that's what will allow you to win. If you don't apply Disrupt and Defense Down and Slow to Apocalypse, you are pretty much going to get stuck on him, and then he's going to do his special and he's going to destroy your entire team. Okay, so that was the run for you to unlock Nova at 4 stars. As you can see, this is Mephisto. This is the next 1 year long character. And this is how you can obtain Nova, which is part of the process of obtaining Mephisto as well. As you can see, pretty easy, but of course it's easier for me because I have my characters very powerful. Once again, you might have to refresh the nodes a few times just to make sure that you get the right RNG and to make sure that your Moonstone goes before your Titania. That's going to be extremely important. Okay guys, so that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the full run on the Nova trials, where you can unlock Nova at 4 stars. In upcoming videos, we're going to be making the full run, but at a very high score, 2 million, maybe 3 million, depends on how many bugs you're going to find on the Scourges, and see exactly which teams you have to use in order to sack the nodes, and then you're going to have some other problems with that. But once again, make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Make sure if you are interested in getting more stars on Nova, including red stars, make sure you stay tuned to the channel so you can watch those videos. Okay, that's going to be all for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. And if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Mouse Strike Force content. And I will catch you guys later.